Hey Internet, welcome to Thermodynamics tutorial. This is a made-up question not found in your textbooks. We're trying to find the mechanical efficiency of the pump. Even though this is a made-up question, it's most likely an exam question given that you got to backtrack a lot and they give you a lot of variables. Step 1, draw your free body diagram, your FBD. This will help you visualize the problem. We have a pump and a motor that drives it. We have the inlet at 10 centimeters for the diameter and 14 centimeters for the outlet diameter. There is a pressure difference and it is pumping oil, so the pressure difference for the oil is 501 kPa. So the motor has a shaft that connects to the pump, and the efficiency is 91%. The motor uses 45 kilowatts. Okay, step 2, list all the given variables, find the unknown. So we're trying to find the efficiency of the pump, and the variables I've just stated. The volume flow rate is 0.05 meters cubed per second. That is in the question here. Step 3, find the formula for the efficiency of the pump. So we have the useful power of the pump divided by the power of the shaft of the pump. It looks easy, but there's going to be a lot of missing pieces. So let's find them. Step 4, find the formula for the useful power of the pump. So we're going to derive it. Okay, so the power of the useful pump is equal to the change in power for mechanical with respect to fluid. So the change in mechanical power for fluid is mass flow rate multiplied by the outlet of the specific mechanical energy minus the inlet of the specific mechanical energy. We break that down even further. We've got pressure multiplied by velocity plus the kinetic energy of the outlet minus the pressure multiplied by velocity minus the kinetic energy of the inlet. So we're going to rearrange this equation. So we rearrange it so that we've got these symbols. We split the mass flow rate into volume flow rate multiplied by density. We take the pressures on this side, still within the bracket. So we've got the outlet pressure minus the initial pressure. Now that is the same as the pressure difference of the oil. So already you can see that we are given 3 of these. So all 3 of these are given in the question. So what's actually missing is the outlet velocity and the inlet velocity. So step 5, we need to find the formula for the inlet velocity. Note that mass flow rate is density multiplied by volume flow rate, which is the same as volume flow rate divided by velocity. So there is no change in potential energy of the fluid. So one big clue is that they didn't give us an elevation or height. Okay, so the inlet velocity is equal to the volume flow rate divided by the area. Since they give us diameters, that's a big clue on how we're going to find this formula. Okay, step 6, plug and play. So 0.05 meters cubed per second, that's given. And then for the area, pi multiplied by 0.10 meters. So we converted 10 centimeters to meters squared divided by 4. This will reduce the meters cubed to just meters. And then our inlet velocity is 6.37 meters per second. Step 7, we do this for the outlet velocity, so we find the formula. Once again, it's volume flow rate divided by area. Step 8, we just plug and play for the outlet velocity. So the only thing that changes this time is the diameter. So it is 0.14 meters squared. And we will get an outlet velocity of 3.25 meters per second. Step 9. We want to find the useful power of the pump. So here is the formula that we're going to use. We're going to plug and play. So the volume flow rate is 0.05 meters cubed per second. The change in pressure is 501 kPa plus the density, which is 860 kilograms per meter cubed, multiplied by the velocities that we just found. So the outlet, apologies, there has been some copy and paste typo. 1 second. So give me 1 second. Okay, I will fix this. That was a previous question that was very similar. Okay, apologies. Let me fix the size. Alright, continuing. And then we've got our kinetic energies squared divided by 2. So make sure you've got the outlet minus the inlet, and make sure you square both of the velocities, then divide by 2. And then you multiply with your conversion factors to get it into kilowatt. So the final answer for the useful power is 24.4 kilowatts. Okay, step 10. We want to find the power of the shaft. So we want to find that formula. It's the efficiency of the motor multiplied by the power of the motor. So that is 91% multiplied by 45 kilowatts. We'll get 40.95 kilowatts. Step 12, we can now find the efficiency. So the useful power is what we just found in step 9. And for the shaft power is step 11. Okay, so 24.4 kilowatts divided by 40.95 kilowatts. The kilowatts cancel out because it is an efficiency. So it becomes unitless and it becomes a fraction. So we get 0.595. So that is 59.5%, which is the efficiency of the pump. So note that the overall efficiency of this pump motor unit is the product of the mechanical and motor efficiencies, which is 91% multiplied by, once again, apologies for the typos. That was a previous one, but the answer is correct. Okay, so that will give you 0.542, which is 54.2% for the overall efficiency. Alright, disclaimers. The method is correct. However, I do make mistakes, as you just saw. I suggest that you solve it yourself and see if you get the same answer. Now, before we leave, I also recommend that you save this video onto your PC just in case this video or channel gets taken down while I follow all copyright laws. Sometimes things just happen. You can do this by using snipping tool. If you're on a Mac, use the Mac equivalent of snipping tool. If you never used snipping tool before, follow these instructions. So first, click on the icon in your taskbar. If it's not in your taskbar, go to your Windows search, type in snipping tool, open up the program. Once you have it open, click on the video option, then click on new. Left click and drag the rectangle to cover the YouTube screen. This is just an example. Hit the start button in snipping tool, wait for the countdown. Click the replay button on YouTube, let the video finish, hit the red square in snipping tool to stop recording, then save your video. Thanks for watching, hope you had a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe, share with your friends, because this is a made up question, so your friends probably won't be able to find it. If you got questions, comments, or if you find mistakes in this video, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to support me, become a member or drop a super thanks. Until next time, see ya.